Welcome back to another bag review by Dave Sam. Today we are taking a look at another bag from Bellroy, and this is an updated version of one of their most popular backpacks, the Classic Backpack Plus Second Edition. Let's check it out. My name is Dave Sam, and I regularly share my obsession with bags with you. If you're returning to the channel, thank you for your support. If you're new here, welcome. We love having you here. If any of you are gonna get any value out of this video, feel free to drop down and give me a like. If you're not familiar with Bellroy, Bellroy is a company that was started back in 2010 with one goal in mind: to re-engineer the wallet and make it slimmer. Since then, I would say they've exploded overall and gone from just travel accessories to bags to EDC accessories. The list goes on and on. If you go to their website, you'll see a plethora of great accessories in a plethora of colors, designs, with their own set of features. More often than not, with a unique set of features for that category. Let's get right into the Backpack Plus. As usual, we're gonna start with the outside of the bag, and this is probably the furthest I've ventured from my standard all black everything. I have been venturing out a little bit. This one, obviously not all black, comes in this bronze color, or what's described as a bronze color. I'd say it looks, fairly orange to me, which is a great color. It's like that kind of burnt orange. It comes in like a ranger green, a charcoal, and all black, and like a grayish, grayish blue, some kind of color like that. I did not get the all black, as I am trying to diversify my collection so that I could be ready for any occasion. I was trying to get their charcoal one, which is like a black with, beige accents, like zipper pulls and things like that. So it isn't quite all black, but still looks pretty elegant. Would probably not help me in my desire to change up my bag for any occasion, because it's, still black for the most part, but it was so pretty. What am I gonna do? The silhouette of this bag, I think, is very nice and sleek. This one's their biggest one, 24 liters. If it's not for you, you could go with one of their two smaller ones. They've got a backpack, which is 20 liters, and then I want to say it's called a backpack mini or something like that, but it comes in at like 14 liters. So depending on your frame, I'm about 6 feet tall. This one fits great on me. Depending on your frame, you might want to go with one of their smaller options. All right, I am 6 feet tall, about 200 pounds, and this is how the Classic Backpack Plus looks on my back. The exterior of the bag is made out of water-resistant recycled fabrics, and it does feel like a bag, but it does feel, and you can hear it, it's pretty crinkly. It does feel kind of like that heavy nylon material, so it's not like comfortable to touch or nice to touch, I would say, but it does get the job done. The fact that it's water resistant is great. I have personally gotten this out in at least a light drizzle, had no issues with any of my stuff. Especially if you plan on carrying this around every day, I think you're going to be fine as far as the water resistance and the materials go. Additionally, there are some plastic hardware as well as some aluminum hardware around the bag. On the zipper pulls, there is leather trim zip pulls. So these are really nice feeling. They're gonna probably scuff and patina over time as you're using the bag, which is pretty nice. There's also a little bit of leather on the top handle. All of the webbing here is gonna be that seatbelt nylon webbing. There is one handle on this bag running across the top. You can see that it does kind of flop down here. However, it does retain its shape because of this leather trim that's on here. So I never actually found it to be a struggle to use this, find it, grab it. It would be nice to stay up, but overall it did not hinder my use of this whatsoever. So great top handle, really comfortable to use. Leather trim does feel like it adds a little bit of padding here, so you can hold on to it for a little while. The last thing I want to talk about on the exterior of the bag is this harness system, which is insanely comfortable. I have worn this for hours, ridden around on the one wheel. So far, I have barely felt this bag overall. It uses this rolled edge, which, if you can see, basically doesn't have any seams or anything like that that come over the bottom of the bag. So really comfortable on your shoulders overall. It feels like there's some sort of, you know, foam padding on the inside here. Same foam padding that's going to be used on the back of the bag here. And I don't know if you can see this, but the actual padding on the back is fairly thick. I'd say it's about a ½ an inch or so, about a ½ a finger width or a thumb width. And then it has this massive air channel running down the back. So this air channel does provide a great amount of air flowing through your back. However, I will say the foam can get pretty sweaty, especially on a hot or humid day like we have here in Chicago fairly frequently. It is nice to have that air channel, but you are still gonna have a pretty sweaty back. And last but not least, you can kind of see it in the silhouette here, is that there is this lumbar support section here. So it does kind of jut out on the back and on the bottom, so that it fills in that kind of crest in your back, which again, just adds to the comfort here, helped make this bag just so comfortable to wear on a regular basis. Moving on to the inside of the bag, there are 4 pockets that you can access from the outside of the bag. One along the front here, pretty secretive. The main compartment, another kind of secretive top compartment here, and then your laptop compartment. The bag comes in at about 24 liters, so it's a great size for EDC. I would say it's a little bit short for travel probably, but may be used as kind of like a secondary bag when you're thinking about travel. Along the top, there is, you know, a kind of secret compartment. It's not huge by volume, if you can see in there. And then it's lined with like, you know, a felt microfiber. I would say it's just big enough. I've been using it for my iPhone 12, my wallet, and then one other item often. So like my headphones or something that are fairly small. My headphones or my earbuds. All of that will fit in here. It is pretty packed once you have those 3 things in there. I will say on the website, it does look like this is mainly to be used for sunglasses or things like that, but I just don't really carry sunglasses, so I use it as quick access. Just under, or kind of behind that, is the laptop compartment, and this is the only zip that is really exposed to the elements, so they've elected to put an AquaGuard zip on there, which, again, awesome for protecting the laptop. There's only one zipper, so it's not a dual access zip, so there's really no opening or very limited opening for any rain or moisture to come through. At the very top of the bag here, there's actually this additional flap. I just have this Bellroy tech kit that I've been testing out that has my tech in it. That allows you to keep a tech kit right at the top of this laptop compartment. Love the thought and design here. Again, keeping things at the top of the bag. If you've been watching for a while, you know I love even distribution across the bag. And then also keeps your tech together. This makes a lot of sense to me, right? When I go to grab my laptop, 9 times out of 10, I want to grab something out of this tech kit as well. So having them come out of the same zipper, I think really great implementation. If there's one knock on this compartment, this top compartment here, I would say it feels like it's just too small for some reason. Like, I don't know, I'm using the bellroy tech kit, and in my head, I'm thinking this should be made for this compartment. And when you put this inside, and I don't have it that packed, as you can see, I can kind of even squish it down a little bit more. For some reason, it bulges out kind of a lot. Now, does it make it unusable or anything like that? No, it's just a little bit annoying. I think, honestly, they could have added like a ½ inch of fabric and probably accommodated for this thing to kind of push all the way up. Below that is, again, this kind of felt lining. And this is where you store your laptop. And I have a 13-inch laptop here, and it is being swallowed by this compartment. You could easily fit a 16-inch laptop in this compartment. On the front of the bag, I mentioned there's another kind of hidden compartment, and kind of just open this flap here. You can see the zipper right there. Does this block my face? You can see the zipper right there. This pocket goes basically from here to here. There is a little bit of dimension in this pocket. So at the front here, and then these flaps also add a tiniest bit of dimension. And this is the main quick access compartment, or what's meant to be the full quick access compartment. You know that because it has the key leash here, and I just use this for my final straw. I mostly keep things like tools in here. So when I'm traveling with tools, this is where they'll be. Right now I'm testing out the Leatherman Signal, which is pretty nice. And then I got this Big idea design, bit bar inline, which has also been fun to test out and use. This is a really big pocket, and I do like that for quick access. However, because of its size, because it spans this entire space, I would have loved to have seen like maybe a zippered compartment, mesh compartment, stretch pocket, something on the inside to add just a little bit more organization. Now, again, does it make this unusable? Absolutely not. I'm throwing a bunch of tools in here. I'm not super worried about them clanging together. But I could see a little bit of organization, especially because I think this is geared towards people like students, maybe like a couple of pen holders or things like that. You know, this would have been the perfect place for any of that. And last but not least, we've got the main compartment. Nice double zip, protected by this flap at the top here. The flap does make it a little bit harder to actually use these zips, but overall is gonna help protect from any of that moisture getting in here. So I'll take the flap over no flap. Now, the first thing that you'll notice at the top of the bag here are these two little pouches. And these represent that smaller felt lined or microfiber lined compartment for sunglasses, and then B, where that tech kit sits. So again, keeping some of the space used at the top of the bag here, which I love, I think is fantastic. Just underneath that, you'll see, I just have my iPad in here. You'll see that there's another kind of little, it's not even a stretch compartment. It's just a little bit of place to put things like folders, papers, iPad, smaller tech, Kindle, things like that. You could fit in the back pocket here just to keep it pressed up against the back. And then right in front of that, I just have a jacket kind of stuffing it for now. We've got kind of the main hole of the bag here, which makes up pretty much the majority of that 24-liter space. So brings out the bottom here completely. I think this is the perfect place where you would put things like a jacket, maybe a couple of books if you were a student, something like that, but just a big open space here. And then on the flap side of the bag, and again, something I really like, instead of going all the way to the top here, making this kind of a mid compartment. So you've got your top compartments all the way pushed up here. You've got stuff sitting at the bottom, and now you've got a little bit of space for things in the middle. So really utilizing as much of the space in the bag as possible. You have this stretch mesh compartment, and it is really stretchy. You can fit quite a bit in here. I've got a notebook, my pocket too, and my wallet. Again, another place where I maybe would have liked to see some internal organization, a couple of slip pockets, something to kind of keep things separated. But overall, love this pocket, huge stretch pocket that helps, again, distribute everything across the entirety of the bag. So distribution on this bag, A. Organization, you know, C+. I would like to see a little more slip pocketing or something. I think we could afford it. All right, now on to what everybody cares about, brass tacks. This bag by itself is gonna run you $179 USD plus tax. In my opinion, is probably the right price for this kind of bag, given its features, overall quality, and then a 3-year warranty. I think for $179, you're paying the right price for a bag like this. So who is the Classic Backpack Plus second edition for? It's gonna be, in my opinion, I think perfect for your student or EDC kind of urban work traveler, somebody who needs a good combination of tech and other physical items like books, papers, folders, notebooks, any of those types of things that they want to be able to carry with them on a regular basis. It's got enough open space for some of that stuff, as well as enough storage for your tech. If you're somebody who's looking for a good travel bag, or potentially somebody who has more versatile needs, like you need heavy tech carry plus, you know, good compartmentalization for what I'd call heavy tech, things like cameras and drones and other things, I'd probably look past this bag overall. There are other, I would say, better specialty bags that are gonna accommodate some of those needs. This is really gonna be geared towards that everyday carrier. Thanks for watching another bag review by Dave Sam. This one was really interesting to make. Bellroy makes super, super high quality products, and I had to keep trying them out. Got another Bellroy bag that's on deck that I can't wait to share with y'all. But this one, is over for now. Let me know what you think of the classic Backpack Plus 2nd edition in the comments below. While you're down there, don't forget to like, subscribe, get notified, all those cool things that help the algorithm know that you liked this review, or you liked my style, or you want more people to watch my videos, because that's what this is all about. And if you're here till the end, you're the reason that I love doing this. Thank you. In the next couple weeks, I'm gonna be doing a little return to my roots, all black everything, a couple of very interesting X-Pack bags. One of them's a sling, one of them is a backpack. One of them's even in this frame, maybe right here behind me. Be prepared for that. Either way, I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.